Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Queens of Ponderosa, where we outfit, outgay, outslay. My name is Alicia, and I'm here with my co-host Taylor.
Hello, everybody.
Taylor, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm so good. After an excellent episode
I think this is
of Survivor.
This is the best episode of the season, I think, for sure.
For sure. It's one of the best.
Yeah.
I think we just saw so much exciting gameplay from people that we haven't really been able to see them game yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sophie S, or like the yellow Sophie, now I guess just Sophie. The other one is Soph, our queen. She's been a queen this season.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Sophie S, we saw a lot from her.
Yeah.
We got to see Rizzo and Savannah cook a little bit because they've kind of just been like coasting, not having to go to tribal. Sage and Jawan, we've seen a lot from Sage lately. We got to see more from Jawan that didn't just make him look silly, you know? And then MC. Like, it was such an interesting group of people at Tribal. And we'll get to that more towards the end of the episode.
Yeah.
But it was exciting to see these people work together who haven't yet.
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting episode. It feels like the trajectory of the season continues to go upward in comparison to maybe how slow the early portion was. Like, the pre-merge... The Shannon vote was definitely interesting, but we hadn't really seen a ton of gameplay. Now these last 3 episodes, it's been really excited to see a lot of these players come to life and wake up. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to get into.
Yep.
It was definitely, I think, the most strategically intricate episode, while also simultaneously having some of the sloppiest gameplay that we've seen this season.
1,000%.
This season has had quite a bit of sloppy gameplay. And this is not like a read to any of the players. Well, maybe it is. But I don't necessarily feel like anybody has been, like, playing a super strategically sound game. Anybody. And that continues this episode where, like, there was strategy and it worked out for certain players. But I kind of think, again, that just the name of the game this season is mess. People have just been messy. But it's making, like, really entertaining TV, for sure.
Certainly. And yeah, I think we're going to have a couple peasants of Ponderosa.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be me because your girl fixed her nails.
Yes, she did. And
I did fix my nails.
So good. I've been meaning to paint mine forever. And every single time I try, I either am like, this is going to take too much time and I'm tired. Or I like psych myself out because I'm like, oh, I'm going to put in all this effort and then just have to fix them anyway. Yeah. Because I'm so bad at painting them.
Next week when we watch, I can paint your nails
while
we
should.
Watch.
The problem
I
is
love painting nails.
I just need to invest. Here's my issue.
Okay.
Is that I have a nail polish brand that I really, really, really like. It's called Hollow Taco. And they do so many fun colors and glitters and like all these different kinds of nail polish, but they're not like necessarily quick drying. And that's what always gets me.
That.
Is I always think I'm safe.
Hollow Taco.
And I'm not. And my friend is like, you need to go to Sally Beauty and there's this brand and they are like the most quick dry things. Or you need to get those gel ones where you paint it on and just put it under the little light. And
that's what you gotta
I know
do.
I need to do that, but I'm not even joking, Alicia, when I say I probably have like 60 Hollow Taco polishes at my house. And I'm like,
wait, their colors are so much fun.
Yes, they're so fun. So the owner of Hollow Taco, she's still a YouTuber, but she doesn't really post on her main channel anymore. Her name is Christine, and her YouTube channel was Simply Nailogical. And she was like one of the first YouTube channels that did like nail art on YouTube. And now that's like her main thing is running her brand. So yeah, anyway,
cute.
I will be the peasant of Ponderosa today with my, you can't really see that far away audience, but I've got some dry cuticles. I've got some plain ass nails.
Sister, you're never a peasant
some nudie
of
nails.
Not you.
You know,
possible.
I would hope not, but I think everybody has their days. Speaking of peasants, you know what's so funny?
What?
Is my friend Kenzie, shout out Kenzie. I know you're listening. She has talked about how her favorite kind of food is what she describes as peasant food.
Yes.
Which she further describes as like soup and bread.
Yes.
She's like that's what I want.
Potatoes.
Yes.
And,
she's like, that's what I want. Soup and bread. That's the best food ever. That's what I always want to eat. And tonight when I was eating dinner with my boyfriend, I told him about that. And I'm like, Kenzie said that she likes peasant food. Haha, isn't that funny? And then Josh was like, well, isn't that kind of what you like too? I'm like, I don't like just like soup and bread.
Me?
But then I sat and thought about my favorite foods and like my comfort meals. I'm like, okay, well, grilled cheese and tomato soup. Okay, that's soup and bread. But not everything. And then I was like, my favorite thing that you make me is biscuits and gravy. And then he just looked at me and I was like, shit, is that soup? That's soup and bread
it's a soup and bread.
So apparently I am also a food peasant because that's what I like to eat is soup and bread. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it's just funny because I came home and was like, haha, isn't that funny that my friend said this? And now I totally
You're like, silly girl. Eat. Wait.
And you know who would love some soup and bread?
Who?
Is Sophie S. Because she doesn't want a fruit reward.
No.
That's not what she came here for.
I eat that when I'm on a diet.
She wants some real food. She would love soup and bread.
She would down a grilled cheese. Yeah. And I'm honestly with her.
Yeah.
I had a mission companion who, she had this saying, she was just like, the more beige, the better for foods, and the greener, the grosser.
So she said that?
Yep. Greener the grosser, beige better.
My God.
I know. So she was like, cereal, sandwiches, French toast, pancakes, grilled cheese, like just the breads, right? She's like, I just live for breads. Mashed potatoes, French fries.
Was this girl from Utah?
Yes. Man. I love her.
We need...
If she's listening, you know who you are,
We
girl.
desperately need to send the children to school.
Yeah. And send me back.
Open the schools.
Yeah.
Open the schools. Open the culinary schools. Open the cooking classes. Open the,
nutrition,
family and consumer science.
Yes.
7th grade cooking classes.
That's what we need more of.
And teach these people how to season their food and experience the many cultural cuisines that exist in this world. The more beige, the better is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, pizza? She loved pizza.
Okay. And but
that's got some color.
And I'm not going to dog her because everything she said, I'm like, oh, fierce. I love cold cereal. Love pizza. Love bread and soup, as we just talked about. But the fact that that's like a guiding mantra
is concerning.
Is wild to me.
It is concerning.
And I just...
Plot twist.
Don't appreciate that.
She also had stomach issues and whatnot. And then she learns that she's celiac.
So now I'm a villain.
No.
So now I'm a villain.
Yes.
So now you let me embarrass myself and then you're going to pull out. This girl's also really sick and has celiac and can't eat anything. So you're
the devil.
You're a villain for that.
No. But guess what? You're not a villain for that. Also, villains win. There's so many villains that are queens of Ponderosa. So we can be villains.
She has celiac, so I think that made this complicated. Her beige diet. Yeah, because
she was like, I like my beige diet, but it's killing me inside.
Wow.
So then she had to go through this transition when she got home from her mission of cutting out the gluten, which is in all of the beige foods, basically. So her whole identity was in crisis mode when it's like, I can't eat the beige foods? What do you mean?
Yeah. And honestly, the hypocrisy is on full display. So for being honest, I lived the first 20 years of my life basically on cold cereal.
I still eat cereal.
And I'm not even joking when I say that. Every day for breakfast and every day except for Sunday, because that was family Sunday dinner. Every day for breakfast and every day for dinner, I was eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes, Fruity Pebbles, cycling through all of them. That's literally not a joke. That's literally all I ate for the first 19, 20 years of my life. And look at how I'm doing now.
Amazing.
I am doing great. It turned out really good for me. Yeah, I love cereal, but I only let myself buy what I can justify as healthier cereal. So I usually just buy Raisin Bran or Frosted Mini Wheats.
But Raisin Bran has actually one of the most sugars, and it's because the raisins have a ton
That's
of sugar.
What I'm saying is at least it's not a ton of added sugar to it. But it's hard because I'm every time I go to Costco, I'm that big box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. She's calling me.
Yeah. No, Sam and I, this is a cereal house.
Love cereal.
At Sam and I's wedding, we had a cereal bar.
Yes, you did.
And you were there.
And thank God for that. Listen, it was the best. Loved that because I think that there's nothing wrong with wanting what food you want at your own wedding.
Yeah.
I just think sometimes people make it too complicated. I think people are trying to be too fancy, too bougie. And I'm a cereal bar? Genius.
We had other options
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah, we had yogurt parfaits.
Y'all had breakfast sandwiches.
We had breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, that was genius.
But it was the cereal is just such a good little
And I
snack.
had probably 7 bowls.
Oh, yeah.
I was chowing down. And it was so good.
I unfortunately didn't get to eat a lot, but I also wasn't very hungry just because I was so excited with everything going on.
Busy day.
Yeah, but from our wedding, because we each picked, I think, 3 of our favorite cereals. So we had these 6 like cereal bins.
Uh-huh.
And we have all 6 of them stocked at all times in our pantry right now because he and I eat cereal every morning. I was going to say,
when you're a household that transitions the cereal from the boxes you buy them in to the like bins at home, like that's serious.
That's business.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
on period.
Yeah. On period?
Yeah.
What's on period?
That's on period, like that.
I haven't heard that.
Oh, I can teach you about that one. That's like another. Honestly, what it actually is, I'm gonna get clowned by.
No, you're not.
Listeners, that's like, black, like, or I should the African American vernacular English that was adopted by like queer white people that now is like people will just say that. That's what it actually is. And what that's on period means is like, see, I'm gonna butcher this. Well, essentially, like, if you've ever heard someone say like period, that's like, oh, that's it. That's the point. That's then. That's on period is like an emphasis on that of like, and that's on period. Like,
yes.
And that's what's happening.
That is what I just said. Spoken.
The queen has spoken. Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, there's definitely a discussion to be had about language. And this podcast is not the place for that.
It's not the one.
I'm going to continue to say that and many other things that were invented by Black women who are cooler and smarter than me. I'm going to keep saying it.
They're all so good.
And I'm going to give them the credit. They made up all the cool slang that we say.
I know.
But I'm going to keep saying it.
And just like Black Girl Magic, I want it so bad.
Yeah.
But also I know it's not like...
It's not something you
it's not something people want. Yeah. Like they're one of the most oppressed groups like ever as Black women.
I mean, Black Girl Magic is definitely something... I want that energy. I want that ferocity. But it's not something you can get. You're either born with it or you don't.
Or you're not.
Listen, what I'm serving... is not Black Girl Magic. We're serving washed up.
Girl, please.
Toe up. We are serving quarter life crisis. We're serving probably losing my hair, but pretending I'm not. We're serving I'm 29, but because I was in the closet for so long, I kind of feel like emotionally I'm like 17.
Oh, you're that young.
Oh, no, not actually.
17
I do think, though, that, like, a lot of decisions I make, I think about them in my head, and then I have, like, a logical conversation in my head after that of, like, you know, I think it, like, because I'm turning 29 in, like, 3 weeks. I'm like,
oh, my gosh, your birthday's
you're really behind some of your peers. The things that you think about, the things you want, the things that you're, like, trying to do or be or say, like... You need to get with it, girl. You're almost 30. Get it together. It's corny and played out at this point.
It's okay. We're all in it together.
Yeah, that's okay. It's going to be my message to get on the show. Is like, I'm in my quarter life crisis, and I just know that Survivor's going to pull me out of it. I'm here to find myself. Dan K on season 17. That's like his opening. Sorry,
I can't remember.
Survivor Gabon. Dan
K
is a lawyer. And, like, his opening quote when he's introducing himself is, like, I'm currently finding myself. And then Corinne is, like, she, like, makes, like, a snarky comment in a confessional about, like, finding yourself. Not fun fact, too. Dan K has actually passed away. So rest in peace to Dan K. But the reason I was saying that is, like, that was his thing of, like, I'm currently finding myself. And I'm like, I can be the Dan K of Survivor 53.
You so could.
But I'm not a lawyer.
Every season needs that.
Yeah.
Every season.
Who do we think is finding themselves on this season? Who's the person? Because I feel like I have someone that I kind of think of who it is. And they're not here anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I have to like think back through everybody now.
Because my two answers are like, I think in one hand... I think Jake kind of was because he was like, his father was losing his sight. He was about to become a parent.
Yeah, his whole life was going to change.
I think that he was kind of like out here finding himself a little bit. And then my hot take is that I'm like, in spite of everything that she's shared and said and done, I kind of feel like Shannon was too. I kind of feel like Shannon was kind of out here like, And maybe that's just insecurity on my part, projecting of like, oh, this person that's so like sure of themselves. Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, they're not.
But I don't know. I feel like I kind of get that vibe of like, she's still on that journey of like self-discovery a little bit.
Yeah, see, I was going to say Sophie B. And I don't think it's because she's like confused. She seems like a very confident, sure of herself person. Well, you know what? I take that back though, because in the beginning she had like jealousy with Jake and Alex and all of these things. And she keeps finding herself on top and like trusting herself and making it through. And I feel like she's someone who will come out of this season being like, I found myself and I didn't think that I would. But she will find so much strength in herself.
I think we could even say
Sophie.
Christina. Because, like, Christina shared, like, the loss of her mom. Survivor 45, like, kind of got her out of that. The actual answer to this is that everybody. Yes, it's us. We're finding ourselves. I think everybody is. Everybody always finds themselves on Survivor. Savannah, too. Savannah opened up this episode. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, which we've never seen.
Yeah.
I'm going to move my mic up just a touch. Yeah. So don't say anything important. What the heck? It's been dropping a lot, and I think it's just the weight of these mics. So I'm going to move it up really high and see if it drops. It kind of did, but that's okay. Whatever. It's kind of like, it's supposed to be one fist kind of length. I just need her to stay right here, but she keeps dropping to right here.
And that's rude.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. This week I took notes in a notebook during the episode because as I'm editing this, I hate when I'm looking at my phone. It just looks like I'm
not paying attention.
My phone and not paying attention. And I'm like, no, I'm paying attention, but it reads like I'm not, and I hate that.
I feel the same. I'm like,
notebook.
You could be like just as distracted, but if you're like writing things down physically, it makes you look way more attentive.
Yeah, it's just like,
and if you're like typing on a computer or looking at a phone, people are like, oh, they're not paying attention.
Yeah, it's like, cool, so you're literally not listening to me. Okay, so first thing.
Let's get started. Let's talk about episode 8.
So first thing I want to bring up before we get into the episode is guess who follows our flipping Instagram account?
Shut up. Jake. I haven't checked. Shut up.
Jake from this season.
Are you serious?
Follows us. We have 4 followers right now.
Shut up.
Me, my husband.
Oh my God. Shut
Jake,
up.
And I picked you.
Oh my God. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, full disclosure. Social media is something Alicia and I are like working on. Yeah. Because my honest response, if we can be radically candid. Remember when we read Radical Candor?
Yes.
As presidential interns?
I love that book.
I teach my students about that. If I can be radically candid, social media kind of stresses me out a little bit. Yeah. Because it feels like a lot of work. And it's kind of like a wild, wild west to me because I've never done anything like this besides like my own personal thing. Sure. So the fact that he follows us is crazy, and that makes me want to DM him right now and be like, oh my God, love you. Yes. How's the baby? How's the wife?
How's the wife? How are you? How's your dad?
When are you coming back? When's your guarantee to come play again? That's insane.
No, literally. I got on our Instagram and I gagged. I was like, what? This has to be a joke.
Has he listened to an episode?
I don't know, but I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, I don't like his nipple ring. And Jake, I don't like that he's a shoe bandit.
Listen, I want to make it clear. Didn't like the shoe bandit stuff. I advocated for your nipple piercing, Jake. Yeah, I think nipple piercings are fierce. I think they're kind of hot.
It's queen behavior, really.
And I love it for you. Please
we love you.
Pierce the other one. Pierce them both.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
We think you're amazing. You are a specimen of a person.
If you're listening, we love you.
I love you.
Love you so much. You're fierce.
Yeah.
And that...
He has like 12K followers or something. Yeah. And he follows less than 2,000 people. And the Queens of Ponderosa is so one fierce. Of them.
And that's our ticket in.
Is that not insane though?
Because we're going to get invited to a watch party.
Yeah.
Then we're both going to get cast as extra editions on season 50. Be like, you know what? They're so fierce. Just throw them on there.
Just bring them on. No one knows them.
There's been 50 seasons. Nobody's going to remember what season they were on. And then it's like, this is our first season. Yeah, we're playing with legends. And then we both are double winners. They do
first time ever.
They do a RuPaul's Drag Race-esque double crowning because they just can't possibly pick.
And instead of fire making, we have to lip sync for our lives.
And RuPaul's there. And we're both in our finest island drag that we've been crafting over the 26 days.
And they raised the prize to $2 million for both of us.
And Angelina has stolen jackets for us to put on top of our costumes so that we stay warm. And Cirie went out in a twist.
Done. game. Yep.
And that's Survivor 50. And that's Survivor 50. And that's welcome. The best thing ever.
All because of Jake following us.
Yes, Jake, we love you.
Is that not crazy?
It is crazy. That's
we love
insane.
You. We love you. Little hearts.
Okay.
Other thing I wanted to bring up, though, is a question Taylor asked me before this episode started. Who is giving a winner's edit up to this point?
Yes, we did talk about this.
And I was like, Steven. And you were like, same.
Steven, yes.
I also think Steven.
So, for those of you that may not know, and I'll make it clear that they've been less obvious about this in the new era. But for a very long time, and I guess it happens in other shows too, but because Survivor is a product, the producers want people to like the product.
Yeah.
And typically, they will edit the winner of a season in a certain way to make them visible so that people can follow their journey from day one, to make them likable, rootable, entertaining, interesting. And a lot of the times, this winner's edit can be kind of obvious. I'm thinking of like Tommy on Island of the Idols. I'm thinking about... what are other... Honestly,
Ben,
like...
I thought Ben.
Yeah, Sarah Lacina on Game Changers is like a really obvious one to me. Boston Rob on Redemption Island. Kim on One World.
Kim is like
even like Denise.
I thought Adam.
Yeah.
From Millennials Gen X.
100%. Adams is pretty up there too. So, a winner's edit is a colloquial term the Survivor fandom uses to indicate like who's the person that we feel like is getting the winner's edit,
and most favorable edit.
Yes, and that can infer like who we think is at least going deep, if not winning. And we kind of both feel like at this point that it's Steven. Now, as I said, in the new era, these edits have been a little bit less obvious. I think certain people still kind of like really stood out as like, yeah, this person is taking it. Like, I think Jam Jams at a certain point, it was like, well, it's going to be like him, Carolyn, or Carson. It's going to be one of them. Because they focused on... Yeah, D. And that's because D just ran the game like crazy from day one. Hers was super obvious.
And that's how I feel about Kim, too.
Yeah. I even think Rachel on 47, hers was pretty up there.
Yeah,
but then you have people like Erica. Nobody saw that coming, except for me, because I picked her as my winner pick. Marianne. Don't think anybody saw Marianne winner pick. Gabler. Don't think anybody saw that. Like, Kyle, maybe.
I thought he got a winner's edit.
Yeah.
It wasn't super
Kenzie on 46, like...
We both
picked her as our winner pick, but I don't necessarily know if I would say that she was giving like winner's edit, because I feel like the winner's edit was like, I kind of feel like Charlie was getting
Charlie for sure.
And then Maria just like pulled the rug out from him at the end. So anyway, Alicia and I were talking about this before the episode began, and we felt like, at least to this point in the show, the person who we feel is giving winner is Steven.
I also think, and here's why.
Yes.
Steven, okay, hold on. Sometimes I have a million thoughts and my ADHD meds wear off by this time of night.
And I always just start talking.
No, you're fine. Brain. Okay. Steven is always in the know, right?
Yes.
He is also, they're not giving him an edit where it's like, oh, he's like so goofy and nerdy and like on the out, because he is a nerdy person, but they're editing it in a very flattering way.
Yes.
And if you think about it, it's like the producers have all of the footage in the world to create any story that they want.
Oh, yeah.
Really any story that they want. And if you're a good player, it's hard to like make it look like you're a bad one. So there still is that. But it's like they know what to take to feed us the right story.
Yeah.
And Steven looks good.
Yeah.
He's in with the right people. He's made moves.
Everybody seemingly wants to work with him.
Yeah, everyone likes him.
His name has never really been tossed out. And on episode 1, they gave him his
backstory.
The like hook, the emotional hook is like, I really struggle with imposter syndrome, and I always wonder, like, am I good enough? Do I belong here? Like, do people like me? And like really instantly endears you to him.
Totally.
So and anything can change. Anything can change. Winners edits have not been as obvious in the new era, and we've had a lot more like winners kind of have like a last second surge and really like pull away. So we'll see. We were talking about before the episode started as well, the confessional counts, and everybody up to this point is fairly even. So Savannah, at the end of this episode, she's had 55 confessionals, which is by far the most. Then after that, I think is I should look this up. I had it up, but I'm pretty sure it was like Rizzo, Sage, and Jawan are all in like the 30s. And then a bunch of people are there. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. Oh, so it's Savannah has 55.
Wow.
Alex and Sophie B both are in like right at 40. Mm-hmm. Then you've got Rizzo, Jawan, Sage, all in the mid 30s with 35, 33, 33. Makes Steven sense. With 27. Mm-hmm. And then there's a drop off where Sophie has 17 and Christina has 13. So Sophie and Christina have had quieter edits. Mm-hmm. Savannah's edit has been the biggest in terms of number of confessionals, but everybody else has been pretty visible. So even though Steven's giving winner energy, anybody could reasonably have anybody, I think it's up for grabs.
Besides Christina and Sophie.
Yes. As far as the edit goes, it's up for grabs, except for maybe them. As far as the game, I do think there's people that
don't have a shot.
Are not winning.
I also think Alex is getting a winner edit because they're always making sure he's like staying relevant, even though like in the game, he's pretty irrelevant right now, especially in this episode.
Irrelevant in like a good way.
In a great way.
Nobody's thinking about him. He's in a good position to play both sides. Yes, exactly.
But it's like in this episode, he really didn't make any monumental moves, but he still had several confessionals where it's like talking about the
explaining the game.
Yeah, and they're always like, he's always commenting and he's always there. He's also likable. He's been really smart. So
that's something that in previous seasons has been a giveaway, is that if you're hearing like a player's take on the game and them explaining their strategy when it isn't necessarily like relevant, that's like, usually an indication of a winner's edit. Like the one that comes to mind is Michelle in Ko Wrong. She had so many confessionals. She never went to a tribal pre-merge, but she would have confessionals where she would talk about like, here's what I'm going to do. Here's the game I'm playing. Here's the moves I'm making. Here's like how I'm kind of navigating this. So it wasn't relevant. And for a lot of people that try to really follow edits, people were like, it was obvious that Michelle was winning because they kept going to her to get her take on the game, even though it wasn't relevant to what was happening in the episode. But we'll see. We'll see. Confessionals don't mean everything. There's been plenty of winners that have come out of nowhere. Like I said, Gabler in particular was one that I was like, there's literally no way he's winning. And then he won. So I'm like,
I was in complete shock.
Flabbergasted. I don't want to like beat a dead horse, but like, my God.
Yeah.
Like crazy ending to that season that he won. And
I hated that season. I'm
probably
sorry.
a wonderful person.
Like
He's a doctor. He donated all of his money to veterans.
First time
ever. Congratulations to you, Gabler. But yeah, him winning was like genuinely bonkers. Even after final tribal ended and they were voting and I saw the votes come in, I was literally flabbergasted. And so were Casty and Owen. Both of them were like,
they're like, huh?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Honestly, and it was all because of they were the most bitter,
you think they were bitter?
Egotistical jury that they were just, especially Carla. Carla is the most, I do not like Carla. Yeah. If you're listening to this, I don't like you, and that's fine. Whatever. I thought she was like a complete bully on the island, and she was just so pissed that she just didn't want to vote for anyone that claimed any part of her game or pretended like they played better than her. And I think she just like had sway. But I'll have to rewatch it because I haven't rewatched that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I've seen that take before. I'm kind of of the opinion where I'm like, do bitter juries really exist?
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
how could they not?
But like, if they didn't vote for you, like you did something wrong.
I don't think so.
Because the game is that you're supposed to get them to vote for you at the end. And if they don't vote for you, there's something that was missing. Like, I'm just playing devil's advocate because I do think we've seen instances where people were bitter. The most recent one being, Maria.
Like, think about her. That was a bitter vote.
I 100% think that Maria was bitter.
That was a bitter vote,
but
period.
To play devil's advocate, you could argue that it's like the way that Charlie went about cutting her, he obviously didn't calculate like how that was going to impact the way that she wanted to vote for him at the end.
That's the problem where it's like,
I know.
I don't think in any other world, I think she would always be pissed off.
Oh, I know.
Always.
I'm just, like I said, playing devil's advocate. But anyway,
let's talk about episode 8.
Yes, let's get into episode 8. So the very first thing we want to chat about very briefly, not that it really comes up at all, but they have a new tribe name. The tribe name is Lewatu, I think is how you say it. And according to some brief research I did, Google Translate says that it could mean ocean, but on Reddit, somebody else in a comment said the same thing, but they wanted confirmation. And someone else said, this is a really common surname in Fiji, but I'm not aware of a meaning. So we would have to find out later on, like, who came up with the name and what the inspiration was.
Fijian.
But then, at the same time, I don't think I could remember a single merge tribe name in a long time.
You know the one that I remember?
America.
Yeah. Oh no, it was Murica.
Yeah, Murica.
Mike.
Murica, No Bag.
I don't remember No Bag.
That's the merge tribe name for Gabon.
Really?
It's Gabon backwards. No Bag.
Wow.
I remember on Fans vs. Favorites 2, season 26, the merge tribe name is Enelidam because it's Madeline backwards, and Madeline is Malcolm's mom's name.
Aww.
Season 27, the merge tribe name is Dang Rain.
Don't remember that one.
Because it's like
Did it rain a lot?
Dang Rain.
Dang Rain?
Or is that that Philippines merge tribe? There's a merge tribe. It might be Philippines. But yeah, Dang Rain, where it's literally like dang rain.
Like darn the rain.
Because it was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be like effing rain.
Oh.
And then they were like, well, you obviously can't do that. So like dang rain instead.
Road.
Anyway, none of that matters. I just thought it was interesting.
Ocean, and we are in our top 10. It's the final 10 people with the first member of our jury being Nate.
Yes.
We first have like an interesting confessional from Steven, which I love.
We do.
And this happens in every season, but he just like illustrated it so well for us. It's like when players go from being on the top to the bottom, it's just fun to like observe how they switch up their social game.
Yeah.
Their game in general.
Yeah.
But he's just like, okay, now we get to see Savannah and Rizzo, who have been like so on the top, and Sophie B, who hasn't even talked to him or a lot of other people. Now they have to scramble.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh, shoot, we're not on the top. Like, we weren't in the know.
Yeah.
We just got bamboozled. We need to switch it up a bit.
Yeah. The episode opens up with them coming back to Tribal and those three doing damage control all over the place. So, like, Sophie is really, which is the smart thing. Sophie B is pushing, like, hey, I was with Rizzo and Savannah by circumstance. Like, I got swapped onto a tribe with them twice.
I will cut them.
Yeah, like I have no loyalty to them. That's just like who I've been working with, which is definitely the right way to play it. And I think people are buying it. Savannah goes around and is trying to like congratulate people of like, hey, really great move. Hey, I'm not upset. Like, because she realizes that she is not in the know. And then Rizzo connects with Jawan and is like, hey, I want you to know that I promise I'm not upset with you. Like, I want to work with you. And Jawan is like talking to Rizzo, and Rizzo says, you don't need to do damage control with me. I am not mad at you. I'm not mad at you and Sage. Like, let's like please work together.
Yeah, Rizzo was the most explicit and clear with like, he literally just said, don't apologize. Like, don't apologize. You don't need to do damage control. Like, we're okay. I really do want to work with you, though.
Yeah.
Like, I respect what you had to do. I know what you had to do. We're good. We're cool.
Yeah.
Like, let's work together moving forward. Rizzo also goes to Savannah, and he's like, we have to be chill. Like, we cannot be upset. We can't be angry.
We can't.
And I think it's good that he said this to Savannah, because I could see Savannah just being pissed and like wanting to destroy everyone, and she does on the inside. Yeah, our mean girl does want to do this on the inside. But she held it together. There was one other thing that was interesting in this scramble. I think it was just before it, but Jawan and Sage have this conversation that they were both really bummed with MC. Yes, and they were like, MC, why didn't you trust us? Yeah. That was communicated as like I don't trust you guys, so I am playing this idol. Yep. And Jawan and Sage had individual conversations with MC when they were like, why did you just waste your idol? Yeah. And it's kind of like, well, she didn't really know if they were telling the truth or if they were going to stick with the former Uli. Yeah. So that they kind of just like put that in there. It's like, MC doesn't trust us, and that sucks.
MC says in a confessional, like, she played her idol so that she would know who's on her side for sure. And, you know, hindsight's 2020. Last week, I remember telling you, I think that was the right move. Like, Savannah knew that she had it and was going to tell everybody. And now hearing that her reasoning was not, oh, everyone knows I have this, so I should just get rid of it. And that she didn't tell everybody that she had it, which means Savannah didn't tell people that she had it either, which is really interesting. Either that, or maybe it's that everybody knew she had it, They just didn't think she was going to play it. So the fact that she played it
was like shocking.
Whatever it is, I do think that this comes back later on in the episode, which we can get to. Yeah. So this conversation is not over about the Idol and MC potentially like sowing some distrust in Jawan and Sage.
One other thing I wanted to add too was with Rizzo's confessionals, it kind of like, I had a flashback to the first episode when he went on that little journey with Alex. Because Rizzo says, don't count me out yet. Like, I'm down, but I'm not out.
Yeah.
And I immediately, like, had that memory of just him being like, don't count me out on this. Yeah. Like, don't count me out. I'm going to be, like, scrappy. I'm going to get out of this situation.
Yeah.
And it's, like, the former Uli being Rizzo and Savannah, I guess, and then Jawan and Sage. But really just Savannah and Rizzo are in trouble because they were completely blindsided. But it just like was a good full circle moment where it's like, don't count Rizzo out yet.
Yeah.
And he ends up having like an excellent episode, which we'll talk more about the strategy later. But I loved that like nod to it early on. He's like, don't count me out. Like I'm still here.
Yeah.
RIZGOD, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't say that without wanting to like cringe and throw up now. Anyway.
Moving forward, so we did some damage control, right? Rizzo wants to work with Sage and Jawan. He talks about like, oh, I didn't have to play my idol. I still have it. I can play a more fluid game. I still have Savannah. So we move on to the next day. And since MC has played her idol, that's on everybody's mind. Alex is like, hey, we need to find this. It's easier if we get a group together. So Steven, Christina, and Alex go hunting for the idol. And Steven says, this is a defensive search. We're trying to get it just so that Rizzo and Savannah don't have it. And Christina ends up finding it. And it's not a Beware advantage. It's just a straight up idol that's good until the final 5. So Christina has found MC's idol and is safe. I guess she can play it up through the final 5. I don't think Christina's on anybody's radar because, frankly, I don't necessarily think that Christina is threatening or a super active player currently, at least what we can see. So I think that she could go really deep, and I think she could play that idol at final 5 and be in the final 4. Potentially our 0 vote finalist, because it seems like there's always at least one. I mean, that's very...
When she found it, that's the exact thought I had.
Yeah.
When she found it, I was like,
she's gonna go,
0 vote finalist.
Yeah, she's going to get really deep in the game. Like, because here's the thing, too, like, and I want to make it clear, this is not shade to who Christina is as a person.
No, love
her.
But
when you've got all these players in the game, you've got people like Rizzo, Savannah, Sophie S., Steven,
Alex.
Yeah, like
MC.
Is anybody going to waste a tribal on trying to get rid of Christina, especially now that she has an idol? I don't think so. Now, she did tell Alex and Steven, I'll play this for us. This is ours. Could she end up maybe doing something and there's some shenanigans with it? Maybe, but I feel like everybody that finds an idol with other people always says that. And like nobody ever does. Like I'm trying to remember the last time an idol was played on someone else. And the last one that I can remember, I think, is Carolyn playing an idol on Carson in 44, and he didn't even need it. If there's one I guess technically like D told Julie on 45, hey, the idol that Austin gave you to hold on to, play it tonight because they're voting you out and I'm going to vote you out too. So that one's like, D told Julie what to do with it. But I could see. I just don't see Christina playing the idol on anybody. Everybody's going to want to keep it for themselves.
I don't either. But what I would love to see, this is just in the dream world. If she wants to be like Cirie, right? And be the Cirie 2.0. I could see it being like her kind of coasting through to a certain point. Let's say like maybe they're at 7. I would love for her to make a big move with the idol because it's like she might register, I need this. Like I need a play. Let's get something cooking. That could be fun.
Yeah.
So if she plays it in like an exciting way, but will she do that? I don't know. I don't know if she has the social capital to do that. With this group,
Imagine she pulls a Jacqueline, did you vote for who I told you to vote for?
Yeah.
Crazy. Natalie Anderson's idol play at the final 5 of 28.
So good.
Or 29. Sorry, season 29 is nuts. It's crazy. And And nobody has been able to replicate that since it happened.
I did love that one.
Crazy. Crazy. So good.
Bonkers.
Okay, something else that happens this next day. There's a couple of conversations that are happening. So Steven, being a rocket scientist, he gives a rocket science analogy of like, mission control is here. We have our objective. We know what we need to do.
Mission accomplished.
Like, here's who is part of the team.
It's the first like rocket science-y one of the season, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of how hella smart he is.
Well,
I was like, oh, he's a rocket scientist.
In his confessional, they always normally show the person's name, their occupation, and the tribe. They show the name and his name and the tribe name, and then once the rocket science analogy started, then rocket scientist popped up. So the editors were having a little bit of fun with it.
That's cute. I didn't even notice that.
Jawan says, my worst nightmare is Savannah the Savage, and that's who I want out.
And Steven said that too in his rocket science. He's like, Savannah's the next
Savannah's
target.
the mission.
Jawan
wants her out. Sage links up with Sophie B, which is a really exciting pairing because they haven't really gotten a chance to talk. And Sophie B says, again, my link with Savannah is circumstantial. I'm not aligned with her strongly. And Sage is like, great. We should get her out. And then in a confessional, Sage is talking about Savannah. Sage is telling Sophie B, like, I feel like Savannah throughout the game has made like little jabs and digs at me. She talks about the chicken, like, oh, we're going to name this one this and this one this. And then Sage says, she can be a mean girl. I'm not letting it affect me. And then she pauses for like 4 or 5 seconds. And then she says, I can be a mean girl too.
Yeah, she said, I can be a mean girl too.
Love this.
Yeah, I loved this.
I was telling Alicia, I think I said this last week too, but like, I want people to be catty.
Little nasty.
It doesn't need to be that serious. I just feel like people take everything like so seriously when it's on TV. Like, even on Drag Race, I have like people that even like, not just friends of mine, even like people online, I feel like even like playful jabs on Drag Race are taken so seriously. Like, this person's a bully, you're evil, you're vicious. And I feel like Survivor's the same way of like that's the reason that they don't cast villains as much anymore, is because people online get so worked up and it's like, you're watching a show. Like, this is not real life. They're playing a game. And so I love that even if it's all we're getting, that we're getting a little bit of cattiness from
I love it too.
Sage and Savannah. It's interesting. It's compelling. It's nothing to be afraid of or freak out about. It's just like interesting TV.
And it's one of the reasons I picked Savannah as my winner pick, because I knew she would play that way.
Yes.
But also I will say, like, there's a reason players are so reserved and afraid to be that way. And it's because the internet is so mean.
Same. Drag Race
Jerry, she like full on didn't even show up to a live or a reunion.
Yeah.
Because people were so nasty to her. Like, the internet is so mean.
And the difference being that the audacity that Jerry had to be painted as like Survivor's first female villain is that she was horny for Colby and then got mad when he voted her out. Yeah. That's literally
Jerry
all
is a
she
queen
did.
of
She had the audacity to be a woman who was confident, who was attracted to a man,
had opinions,
and got mad when she lost a game for $1 million. Painted as a villain, comes back for All Stars, painted as a villain again, at the reunion says, this is a show about entertainment. You have to realize that things are edited a certain way, gets booed off stage by the crowd.
Well, and Jeff was
and had done
to her.
Literally nothing. Except literally be a woman.
Yeah.
Was a woman.
No, she got
existed
wrecked.
as a woman. So now you take like anybody saying or doing anything. Like, I'm going to say too, the Sophie S comment a couple episodes back about the fruit thing. Yeah, like, is it maybe like a slightly annoying comment because everybody's hungry? Yeah, but the way that people have talked about it online, I'm like, this is not serious.
Yeah, it's not that deep. Yeah.
It's not that deep. She made a comment about wanting more to eat than fruit.
Also, they're starving.
They're starving. Yes.
So yeah, she wants more carbs.
Why are we complaining? Like, we want people that are like socially inept, make weird, like say things they shouldn't say out loud.
Comment. Yeah,
Anyway, I don't want to get too on my high horse, but love the cattiness.
Girl, we're on a podcast. This is what this is for.
I know, but
this is for you to saddle up on the high horse.
Tangent though. I don't want to be one of those people where people are like, you should like having podcast equipment should require a license and a test. Because like podcasts are so oversaturated now, and people just get up here and say whatever, and people are like, I am begging for people to just like stop saying random shit on podcasts.
You know what though?
And I don't want to be like that. And I'm caring way too much about other people think, but I'm like,
yes,
I don't want to be just another white man with a podcast. I want people to really value what I'm saying. And so I'm not just going to get up here and say BS. The book.
Hang on.
Okay.
This is what you say, first of all. Bitch, I didn't even buy the equipment. It was Alicia. So it's my fault. Also, I'm the woman who bought it. Also, if you don't like what I have to say,
stop listening.
Don't listen.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's being broadcast to you in front of your face and you have to watch it. You get to choose what you're listening to.
Listen, they said that white cisgender gay man, we don't want him to have a podcast. And I said, watch me.
You said,
I said, watch me.
Try me.
I said, in this political climate, I think that amplifying the voices of white cisgender men is really something important. That we really desperately need. We need more men talking. That's who needs to fill up the space. And I am.
Men.
Watch me. Yeah, no, totally. That's all a joke.
No, start a podcast. Do whatever you want. Yeah. Like, even the people that I disagree with and I don't want them to have a podcast, who cares? Who cares? Just have a podcast. Say whatever you want. You'll find the people that like it. And I also think it's good to consume some of the things you disagree with. Like, that's why we love villains on the show, because it does make you feel a little, like, uncomfortable.
Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Oh, are we going to get copyrighted for that? No, sorry, Sarah Bareilles.
Sorry.
Love
Sorry,
waitress.
We love you.
Okay, anyway, we're talking about cattiness.
Yes, I just have to say, I loved this conversation with Sage and Sophie.
Oh, Sage, Sophie, and...
Sophie B.
So it's the first one, yes, where they're on the beach.
Yes. And Sage is like, to be honest, Savannah's been, like, poking at me and picking at me and just, like, making fun. And I don't really like her. Like, she was 100 about it. What we don't know, we didn't see this, so I'm going to assume it didn't happen, is Sophie does what I love so much and keeps it to herself. She doesn't run back to Savannah and be like, Sage said she didn't like you.
Yeah. Like, because we still see there's a couple moments in this episode where Sophie B is still like rubbing shoulders with Savannah.
Oh, yeah. She's tight with her. Did she tell her? I don't know, because I feel like they would have shared it.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have some more like scenes with Savannah and Sage and Sophie where Savannah's like, what's your plan next? Like, what are you and Jawan going to do next?
Yeah.
And Sage, I love this from her. She's just like, I don't know. I really don't know. And Savannah's like, I just feel like for the first time, I really don't know what's going on. Like, blah, blah. And Sage is like, welcome to the show. Like, I don't know what's going on either. And really, she's a power player right now. But I loved the way that she played it. And she just let Savannah be in this really uncomfortable, like, on the bottom space, and she didn't save her. She didn't like bring her in. She didn't really try to do any damage control with her. And Savannah's scrambling a little bit. Yeah. Which then inspires this like vulnerable side of Savannah that we haven't seen yet. Yes. And I really liked it. And part of me like resonates her with a lot. And wow, what did I just say? Resonates with her. Yes, I resonate with her in that sometimes we are... And this sounds like so pretentious and stupid to say, but whatever. I get painted as a mean girl sometimes just because you're like a pretty girl and you're confident because and you're outgoing.
You're fly, hot, sexy, and beautiful.
I was born this way.
And they're nothing like that. They're nothing of the sort.
They want to be
Have I taught you that?
No.
The Tiffany Pollard thing?
No.
Oh my God. Here.
I feel like your pop culture
it's really bad.
Knowledge is just wasted on me.
Can I recite it from memory? So yeah. Celebrity Big Brother in the UK is a big deal. And US celebrities will go to the UK. So Tiffany New York Pollard is like a reality television social media star. She started off on Flavor of Love. Okay. Which is essentially, it was like The Bachelor, but Flavor Flav was The Bachelor. And there was 2 seasons, and she was on both of them, and both times she got second place. And that's how she became famous. So then she just did a ton of reality TV stuff. So she's on Celebrity Big Brother. She's on Celebrity Big Brother, and there's a reality star from the UK named Gemma Collins, who is on... she was a cast member for a really long time on The Only Way is Essex, which is essentially like a Jersey Shore-esque show about people that live in Essex
in
the UK. So Gemma and Tiffany initially are close, and Gemma loans Tiffany a pair of Dolce & Gabbana shoes. And then at one point, tensions are high, and Gemma's like, I want my shoes back. And Tiffany's like, you want your shoes? I'll give them to you. And so then later on, Tiffany is giving a confessional, and the producers ask her, what would you like to say to Gemma? And she says, there's a word I won't say on this podcast. Mm-hmm. She calls Emma a C word.
Oh.
She goes, pretty much I would let Gemma know that she is a fat, and the shoes that she gave me were not shoes that I would particularly buy for myself. They were old maiden type of shoes. And she said those shoes were meant to be worn by a beautiful woman. So if that's the case, she should have put them back on the rack, and she should have never even purchased them because she was unqualified to own those shoes. And I think Gemma is just a disgrace. She's a disgrace to humanity. And she's a disgrace to women who are classy, and she just doesn't have the vernacular that she thinks she possesses. Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful, and she's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort. I think I got that, like, if not 100%, I was like 95% of the way there. So anyway, you get painted as a mean girl, and you just respond with that Tiffany Pollard monologue. You say, somebody lied to them several times and told them they were fly, hot, sexy, and beautiful, and they're nothing like that. They're nothing of the sort.
That is insane. That is so unhinged.
Put Tiffany Pollard on Survivor.
That would be crazy.
Cast her on Survivor.
I love it. Wow. Imagine being Gemma when she sees that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did she give the shoes back?
She did give her the shoes back.
Oh my God.
She's like, Tiffany goes like, you want your shoes? I'll give them to you. There's stones missing on those shoes. And then Gemma's like, and if there's stones missing, your fat feet have knocked them out. And Tiffany's like,
your fat feet
Tiffany's
have
like,
knocked them
bitch,
out.
your fat everything knocked them out.
Oh.
Yeah.
When was this?
Oh, I want to say, God, 2016. Like, it's ancient. There's another hilarious sequence that happens, but for the sake of keeping things semi on track,
sure,
I can tell you about it later.
Wait, so this is UK Big Brother?
This is UK Celebrity Big Brother.
I need to watch this then.
Jojo Siwa was just on the most recent season, and that's where she met her current boyfriend.
Oh.
Which has been an interesting development in the queer world because she was very, and it's okay. People can explore their sexuality. I'm not saying it's a problem.
Do your thing, Jojo.
She was just very open about like, I'm here, I'm queer, I'm making gay pop, I love women. And then met this guy in the Big Brother house and is now doing like
never mind,
trad wife music videos.
Huh?
She did a cover of the song Betty Davis Eyes. Did you see the memes about this? The song where it's like, she's got Betty Davis eyes. Do you know that song? Mm-mm. Well, that's a really popular 80s song, and Jojo Siwa did a cover of it, dressed as like a trad wife with like a 50s housewife with like pearls, like a short bob, all this stuff. And the cover is horrendous because she's like trying to put on like artificial rasp. Mm-hmm. So Jojo's voice is like, she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. Oh, I can't even do it. That hurt my voice. All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes. Like, that's what she sounds like. And so it's just funny that celebrity Big Brother has led to so many important like pop culture moments. One of them being the Tiffany monologue, and the other one being Jojo Siwa making a complete pivot away from like what she called gay pop music to doing like horrible covers of 80s songs. Alicia, the thing is that I'm not even kidding, that's literally exactly what it sounds like. Like fake rasp, fake everything. It's crazy. Jojo Siwa, love you. Explore your life. I'm happy if you're happy. That song was a flop though. You should not have released that. That should have stayed in the vault, stayed in the studio. You shouldn't have attempted that.
Oh.
Anyway.
That was the greatest thing ever.
You were talking about relating to Savannah because you feel like sometimes you have been painted as a mean girl, kind of like how she's potentially being. While you compose yourself, adding to this, I was going to say Savannah says when she's talking about this conversation she's had with Sage, because they're talking at the well, Savannah's trying to get info, Sage doesn't give her anything. Savannah says, listen, you can't paint yourself as a victim if you're the one that has the knife and is doing all the stabbing. So Savannah's like pushing back because I think that she's kind of becoming aware of this narrative of like, oh, Sage feels like I've bullied her and shut her out. But who's actually doing the shutting out here? Yeah. You're the one that has the knife and you've like stabbed me in the back. So like who really gets to play the victim here?
Because Savannah too was like, going into the merge is like, yay, we're reunited. We can all vote together. Yeah. We have the numbers. And Savannah hasn't done any stabbing other than to the former Hina in Jason and Matt. Yeah. She really hasn't like hurt anyone from Uli.
Yeah. I think it's more just
she has this rep.
Her attitude,
Her attitude. And we see her attitude in like confessionals. And she does have mean girl energy. And that's fine. Yeah. But anyway, I was going to say like, I just relate to her a little bit in that sometimes when you're an outgoing, beautiful girl, like a pretty girl, people, especially other women, can just get like really threatened or feel insecure or whatever. And in high school, like I was accused all the time of being a mean girl. Like, oh, Alicia's probably just like a mean girl, or she's so flirty. Like she's always trying to flirt with other people's boyfriends. What? Like literally, no, I'm not.
Hello.
No. That if that is one thing, I will never, ever be a cheater. I think it's the easiest thing to be loyal to your partner. But anyway, it's just like you can get a bad rep sometimes. Yeah. So I related to her in a little bit, and in her story, she opens up to Steven. Yes. Which it's like interesting that Sophie B goes to Steven and Savannah goes to Steven. I'm sure they maybe went to everyone. We don't know. But we know as the viewers that Steven is a heavy hitter.
Yeah. There's an analogy that gets used of like webs in this episode. And they're talking about like, oh, Sophie S's web, MC's web, Savannah and Rizzo's web has gotten small. Yeah. Steven is at the center of everybody's web. His web is the biggest and he is in everybody's web. All. That underground gigantic web they found last week. This is another niche thing on the internet. Okay, sorry.
I'm like, what?
In this underground cave, they found a gigantic web made by like hundreds of thousands of spiders that are from competing species, but they've like formed this symbiotic relationship. Where? I want to say it was like underground in like France.
Oh, thank heavens.
But I could be wrong in the location. I just remember reading an article about this. Okay. And yes, I'm bringing up that niche article to say
relevant.
That web is Steven. Steven's that web because he's got the two competing species. He's got the Ulis and the Hinas. I need to get cast on Survivor. Jeff, if I would have brought up that analogy at Tribal, he would have cast me on 3 more seasons just because of that. He would have been like, Jeff Probst, love you. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? That Judge Judy meme where she's like,
yes.
That's how I feel right now. Jeff, cast me.
Me too. Same. Every time he's like, apply now. I'm like, accept me now. Yeah. What are you waiting for?
Girl, I'm here. We've been
here. He's like, get off the couch. Apply. I'm like,
Jeff, I'm levitating in my living room. Yeah. I haven't sat on a couch in 10 years.
I'm like, Jeff, how about you put down the book you've been working on? Yeah. And cast me.
So excited for the book, I love you, Jeff. Though.
Yeah, I am excited.
I'm going to give it my money.
But I love that Savannah and Sophie B clock this, and they're like, we know that Steven is entangled in everyone's webs. Yes. So she opens up to Steven and talks about a work experience, which sounded horrible. Like she clearly was in a toxic work environment and was getting bullied, where she's a newscaster or is on like the news team of sorts. And anytime the camera's rolling, everyone's friends and they're laughing and like, haha, so funny. There's banter, da da da. Yeah. The second it's off, they're just like, don't even look at her. Yeah. They
make plans in front of her.
Talk about her, like within earshot, and she just knows this. Yeah. She got like physically ill from this. She didn't have a menstrual cycle for like 2 years, as long as she worked there, because she was so stressed. Yeah. I'm just like,
she said she can't have kids naturally because of this.
That is so devastating.
Yeah. It's
like,
crazy.
So devastating.
Yeah. And I feel like it's such a humanizing side of Savannah of like, she's not just this, like, she is a very confident, very beautiful, very driven,
intelligent,
somewhat in the game of Survivor, ruthless woman. But like, people are multifaceted. Like I had an experience nowhere near the same level as Savannah, but yeah, like I think Survivor just brings that out in you. I felt like I was a pariah my senior year of high school, where I had a similar experience where I felt like, you know, this is so, oh God, even saying this out loud, I'm like, I was a theater kid in high school, and my junior year, I genuinely felt like everybody that did theater, I was like friendly with, and we would hang out and whatever. And then my senior year, I feel like there was just this weird pivot where there was a group of people that were all super close and liked to make sure that everybody knew they were all super close, and like didn't really want to let anybody like get in the way of that closeness. And so like similar to what Savannah experienced, like I got like something I really enjoyed. It became like a very anxious experience for me. I didn't really like being around them. I felt like I wasn't wanted. I literally witnessed these people make plans in front of me before and not invite me to stuff, even though we had been friends prior. So like any experience like that is so devastating. And then to be playing Survivor, where you are hungry, thirsty, tired, stressed out of your mind, to have those feelings come up. Like Savannah breaks down, is like, I feel like a pariah. I feel like nobody likes me. I like have the ick on me and nobody wants to talk to me. Like it was a very sad and like humanizing moment for her.
And I love how universal this feeling or experience really is, because Steven had his like little flashback personality character moment. I think it was episode 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But he's just like, I was a nerd, and talked about his hearing thing and all of this stuff, which hasn't even been talked about the whole season. Anyway, and you wouldn't look at Steven and Savannah on paper or even in person and be like, they have this in common.
Yeah.
But really, like, human beings, we just have this experience in common of wanting to be liked and not wanting to be on the outs and wanting to be included, and we want to belong and we want to have friends, and we feel vulnerable, we feel exposed, we feel less than, you know, whatever it might be. And Survivor is an experience that just exacerbates that feeling and blows it wide open. But I love that you could see two completely different people feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen Savannah open up about this because she's been safe. She's been riding high. And we got to see her cry.
Yeah.
And she was like, I thought I was going to cry all the time on Survivor. I feel like such a mess. We haven't seen her cry yet.
Yeah.
And maybe she has before this point. I don't know. But it was just nice.
Yeah.
It was like such a nice, human, relatable moment.
Yeah. So at this point, it's looking like Savannah and Rizzo are in trouble. Specifically Savannah. Rizzo has an idol that he didn't play, and everybody wants to get her. So we get to the challenge, and just like every other Final 10 in the new era, this challenge, challenge is a split challenge in 2 groups of 5. Normally in the new era, this is where they would eliminate 2 people. So they would have 2 tribal councils, and 2 people would go home. So we get to this challenge. We see on screen that the challenge is divided. There's a blue section, a yellow section. So I look at Alicia, I'm like, oh, they're doing this again. And they do it kind of
different.
So what the challenge is they split into 2 groups of 5. The challenge itself is a Survivor Classic. I don't know if it has an official name, but it's the one where you are standing in like a wooden box.
Yeah, like a giant door frame.
Your hands, a door frame. And your hands are on the side of the door frame, and then your feet are on these little footholds, and they get smaller, and there's 4 levels of them. And so it's an endurance challenge where you're hanging up there at regular intervals. You have to move down to the smaller footholds, making it harder. So Jeff says, you're competing in this challenge, and we're going to randomly divide, and you're competing as a group. And here's how it works. The winning group is all safe. Everybody is safe.
And it's like last player standing will win it for their team.
Yes, last player standing wins it for their team. Additionally, the winning group gets reward. You get do-it-yourself deli sandwiches and desserts back at camp.
Chocolate chip cookies.
So everybody's safe. Everybody wins reward. The last player standing also gets an advantage in the game, and the other 5 go to tribal. So it's technically a split tribal, but instead of 2 people going home, we're just seeing one person leave. And the reason that this is happening, that just dawned on me right now in this very second, is because Jake got medevaced.
Yeah.
That's 100% why they're doing it this way.
I've also heard people say that the reason everyone made the merge was because of Jake. That they didn't do a mergatory boot. They
did, though, because somebody went... Well...
No, like, you didn't have to earn the merge.
Oh, you didn't have to do it, but someone still went home that episode. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that instead of 2 people going home now, because they had 2 people go home earlier. So, yes, you are right in that if Jake wouldn't have gone home, they may not have had everybody make the jury.
Yeah, I think it's like...
But I think they would have had a double elim this episode, and the fact that he didn't go home makes me think that they pivoted. But I could be wrong. That's just my thought.
Which, here's the thing for me. Thank heavens, because I hate this split vote. Because when the merge comes, it's so exciting. Like, and then all of these groups they're finally all together. They all get to work together. They all get to connect. It's interesting enough. And there's already so much luck and chance involved in the game. And it's just hard because it rips away more agency from the players, and it just throws more luck in. Like, you could just have a rotten draw.
Yeah.
And you're put on this group that loses, and you don't have the numbers because all of your numbers are safe, and you're screwed.
Yeah.
But what is fun about it, what can be fun, is it can give people on the bottom a chance.
Yeah.
To fight.
And I think that's why they do it.
But I just still don't like it. Like, to me, it's just interesting enough to let them all be together and figure out this vote and figure out the numbers. I'm just like,
if I agree,
let it be normal.
I agree. I think that it's lame to merge and then immediately split them up. If I put my producer hat on, I feel like my gut instinct is that the reason they've done this so consistently is that if it's going to be a blowout, like if it's going to be a pagonging, it speeds it up.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, it gives a chance for the dominance to be disrupted. So I think on the producer side, the reason they do it is they feel like it has a chance to make the game more interesting.
Yeah, they
now, does that always happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that's why they do it. So the 2 groups we have going into this challenge are, one group is Sage, Rizzo, MC, Jawan, and Sophie S. And the other group is Steven, Christina, Alex, Sophie B, and Savannah. The challenge comes down to Sophie S for one group, the blue group, and Savannah for the yellow group. We see people slowly trickling out, and it honestly is even like one person on one group falls, someone on the other group will fall, and it gets down to these 2 ladies.
Well, it was 2 from the L first. It was Christina out, then Alex was out. So it's like the blue people are up, but then it was Rizzo and MC immediately followed each other. So then it's like, oh, we're even again. And then, so it went yellow, yellow, blue, blue. Then it went yellow, blue. And there was just 2 of the yellow and blue standing. And when I looked at these at first, I was like, Sophie S is undefeated still because she won the last community. And MC is also on the blue team. So I was like, I think the blue team might take it. But we don't know.
Yeah, right? We don't know. And these people were fighting. Like, they were fighting. We saw people... their bodies shaking, sweating, like people were really fighting.
Well, and even Christina, she didn't even drop until they had moved down to the third foothold. Everyone was really fighting. So it came down to the showdown between Sophie S, undefeated up to this point, and Savannah, who was hungry. And again, like last episode, she knew it was going to be her.
Yeah.
She was like, I know I'm in trouble. I need this.
Yeah, this is my chance to change my fate. Her team was rooting for her. We saw some... again, interesting, like funny sides of Sophie S where Savannah calls out, "What's the record for this challenge, Jeff?" And Sophie S like rolls her eyes and shakes her head. Then when people on Savannah's team start cheering for her, Sophie S does the same thing, shakes her head and rolls her eyes where you can tell she's just like, ugh. Like,
and Jeff is like pointing it out. He's like, Sophie's shaking clearly her head. Annoyed. Yeah. Whatever.
And so in true Survivor fashion, the underdog, like we talked about last episode, takes it and Savannah wins. This is her Sheehan in All-Stars moment. This is her Michelle in Winners at War moment. She wins and is safe and has one reward for her tribe and gets an advantage in the game. So,
and she says, I knew I needed this. Like,
she was like, it was me. This was my moment. The queen has spoken. And she did. And she did. So she wins. Did I use it right? So now yes, you did. That was great. So now the blue group, so Sage, Rizzo, MC, Jawan, and Sophie S are going to the old Uli Beach to vote someone out. So
what we love about this too is Rizzo still has an idol.
Yes, it makes it so interesting where, okay, it's because everybody would obviously think, oh, Rizzo screwed, but he didn't play his idol. He still has it. So how are they going to play around it? They get to the Uli Beach. I'm going to try and go through this. This is where we talked about earlier. The gameplay is really sloppy. So I'm going to do my best with Alicia. We can do it together to make sure that we explain this in the most straightforward way possible, because there's a lot of waffling. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of he said, she said, they said, we said. So here's what starts. As soon as they get to the beach, Sophie S goes to Sage and Jawan, and she says, you need to tell Rizzo to vote for me. That is the thing that I think, would be most likely to believe if you say, hey, we're trying to rebuild Uli trust. We need to get through this together. Sophie S is a threat. She won the last immunity, almost won this one. Vote her out.
Yep.
But in reality, all 4 of us vote Rizzo to flush his idol. So then Jawan and Sage follow through with this. They go to Rizzo and say, hey, what are you thinking? Like, I know that we've been talking about rebuilding trust. And because of the conversations they had with Rizzo yesterday, especially Jawan's, Rizzo's buying it. Rizzo's
Jawan killed this conversation.
Yes, I wrote down Jawan's gameplay and his position in the game have improved.
Look at your winner.
So much. I am so proud of him.
Look at your winner.
Jawan, you have been eating. You have been absolutely eating.
I love
these
him.
last few episodes. I love him too.
Yeah, and every episode I'm like, I still love him. Like, he's getting a little bit of a clown edit every now and then, but he is pulling through hard.
And like this connection with Sage, I think, is what really helped him to solidify his spot. So they tell Rizzo this, and he's like,
nom, 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 nom.
yeah, he eats it up. He's like, yeah, like I will do whatever you two want me to do. Tell me who you want out between MC and Sophie, and I'll do it. Then Sophie S, while this is happening, I guess in the timeline of the show, maybe not exactly when it's happening, but at some point, Sophie S goes to MC and says, this is what the plan is. However, I'm doing something else. I am going to throw my vote onto Jawan in case Rizzo plays his idol anyway, because I do not want you or me to go home. I'd rather have Jawan go home instead. And then if it's a tie between me and Jawan, like Rizzo's vote for me and my vote for Jawan, we vote out Jawan on the revote.
MC's like, interesting.
So we see that Sophie, kind of like what she did on the, I believe, second tribe swap, where she tells Alex, hey, if you want to get rid of Christina, if we lose, I'll do it. We see that Sophie, I think in her mind, is like, I'm being proactive, but it comes across maybe as like a little bit desperate, a little bit like overplaying-y. Overzealous, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
just wants to like complicate it a little bit more.
Yes.
And it makes sense that she goes to MC because
MC's her Hina
if you rewind, way back to Hina, and this 4 is forming of MC, Steven,
oh my God,
Christina.
What a good connection, Alicia. I forgot about this conversation.
MC goes to her. She's like, I don't like this 4 with Matt and Christina and Steven and me. Like, I want to go to Sophie. So she goes to Sophie S and is like, girl, you need to play a little bit. Like, there's this core 4 forming and I don't want to roll with it.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, it makes complete sense that she went to MC.
Alicia, that was so good. You're a mind.
Thank you. MC, however,
immediately goes to Jawan and says, well, first in her confessional, she's like, I'm thinking about what Jawan and Sage kind of talked to me about potentially losing trust over the fact that I didn't tell them I was going to play my idol. And I sense an opportunity to rebuild some of that trust. So she goes to Jawan and says, hey, Sophie S just told me that she's putting a vote onto you tonight in the event that Rizzo plays his idol and she wants to get rid of you on the revote. I hope that doesn't happen, but I just want to let you know. And then Jawan is like, really? And so there's this kind of odd tension amongst this group of 5.
Well, then, keep going.
Oh, no, go right ahead.
So, he's kind of like gagged, right? And it's giving flashbacks to when Sage is like, hey, Shannon wants to get you out, actually. So he goes to Sage, who has become kind of his number 1.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, this is what's going on.
Yes.
And then Sage continues this trend of who do I tell, and decides to go all the way back to Sophie S.
So it made...
Why?
Yeah.
Who the hell knows? This is where I got confused.
It made its way all around
full circle.
The island. So now...
Besides Rizzo. Rizzo didn't know.
Jawan told Sage. Sage told Sophie S. And now Sophie S. is like, well, shit, I have to do damage control. So she sits down with Jawan and is like, hey, like... I want you to know that I'm really sorry. Like, I'm coming to you. Like, I'm trying to be so honest. Like, yes, I did say that. And it's because I don't want to go home. So, like, what do we need to do? So, while this is all happening, we flash back to the other group where they're eating lunch. And they're just talking. And Savannah's like, I feel so good. This is my day. I'm safe. So, she goes to Tree Mill to find her advantage. The immunity necklace is sitting there, and then her advantage...
Quick side tangent. I love looking at the immunity necklaces, and I love this one this season with like the teeth. Anyway,
oh yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Her advantage is there's two parts to it. Number one, she gets to go to tribal with the losing group. She's safe. She won immunity. She gets to go to the losing tribe and go to tribal. The second part
and not just pop in at tribal. She gets to go to the
participate.
Beach. Yeah, and she gets to strategize with all of them. And then go to tribal, and she has a vote if she wants it.
The second part of this advantage is you can cast a vote at this tribal, or you can choose not to cast a vote and bank it for later as an extra vote. So Savannah's like, oh, this is fierce. So she leaves.
And in my head, when I first heard this, I'm like, this is a no-brainer because she gets to go to tribal. She's immune. So it's like, why does it matter anyway? Like her number one has an, immunity idol. So it's like he could just play that and we can have an extra vote.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can get away with not playing it again.
Yeah.
So we can still have an idol and an extra vote.
Yeah. Crazy.
So
Savannah shows up to the beach and talks to Rizzo and connects with him and is like, here's what the tea is. Yeah. I'm safe. I have a vote. I don't have to vote, though. I can bank it. And Rizzo's like, this is crazy, Savannah. Oh, my God. And then he's like, I don't want to get too excited. I need to humble myself. And then he, in a confessional, is basically like, this is my moment. Like, I need to do what I can to make what I want to happen.
And he has the power.
Yeah.
And they have the social capital because it's the former Ulis.
Yep. So it's 4 former Ulis and 2 former Hina now.
And Savannah, not only does she bring this advantage and like the comfort of having Savannah around and people there that really don't like Savannah and want her out, but she also brings information to Rizzo from this meal that she just had.
Yes.
Because everyone over there, they were like, who do you think it's going to be?
Sophie.
And Steven and Christina, who were originally like with her on Hina, they were like, we think it's going to be Sophie S.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be her. And she was like, oh, dang, really?
Yeah.
So she tells Rizzo, they all think it's going to be her. And she immediately says, so we need to keep her for us.
Yeah.
And we can tell her, like, they all thought you were going to be out.
Yeah.
But, like, you're in with us.
Yeah.
So it's like, this power is just, wow.
Yeah.
Like, they have a lot going into this.
It's really awesome for them.
It's awesome.
Because they were on the bottom and things start to work out well. And I wrote down that hindsight's 2020, obviously it would have been the right decision to vote out Savannah last tribal, now with how things are playing out here. But you can never know, like, who's going to excel at a challenge, what twists are coming. And I always go back to Amber on All-Stars. The question, maybe not necessarily the question that won her the game, but at Final Tribal, she's asked by Alicia Calloway, in one word, how did you play? Like, how would you describe your game? And Amber says, technically 2 words, she says, with luck.
Yep, just lucky.
And I'm like, that is the answer. Everybody wants to say Survivor is social, strategic, physical. It is. But luck's also a huge part of it. And it just so happens that on this episode, Savannah got really lucky that it was a challenge she was going to win. She got lucky with the way the groups were divided. She got lucky that it wasn't her and it was Nate instead. She got lucky that Rizzo didn't play his idol. Like, lots of luck happening, but that's just how it goes. So yes, Savannah and Rizzo are saying, we need to keep Sophie S. We have to pull her in. And so Rizzo goes to work to make this happen.
What I want to say too, before we like dig into the mess that this was, it is so messy, is this group is interesting because these people have not worked together really at all. Yeah. Like, if we look at the 5 before Savannah shows up, Sage and Rizzo have never voted together. Sage and MC have never voted together. Sage and Jawan just barely voted together. And Sage and Sophie S never worked together. Yeah. Like, they had moments.
Even Sophie S and MC were on Hina together, but never went to a vote
actually together. Had to work together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jawan and Rizzo.
Yep.
They had to work together, I guess, a little bit when they got out Matt and Jason, but it was like
straightforward,
pretty cut
girl.
And dry.
Yeah.
MC has never had to work with Rizzo. She has never had to work with Jawan. And she's never had to solidify anything with Sophie S. Jawan, same thing. Like, anyway, so this is just such an interesting group that it's like they've never had to work together really yet.
Yeah.
Like, they have lightly, but they've never actually had to put rubber to road and be like, let's actually make a plan happen. Something happen. Yeah. And so I think that's what made this situation so messy, because it wasn't super clear where everyone was at besides Sage and Jawan.
Yep.
And I think that is what made Sage and Jawan just the decision makers in this vote, because yes, Rizzo and Savannah come in and they have all of this power, but they could have easily just been like, let's just stick together, you guys, and let's like just go for Rizzo.
Yeah.
And do this thing. Like, we could make it happen. He feels safe. He feels comfortable. Like, I feel like they could have pulled it together. And anyway, we need to keep talking about how it played out. I don't know who this move was smarter for than Rizzo and Savannah.
We can talk I wrote down a couple of like hypotheticals that we can get to after the end. Or anyway, at the end.
Yeah.
But
so Rizzo goes to work.
He goes to work.
He goes to work and he paints the story as MC is so untrustworthy. She can't be trusted, and that's who we have to go for.
And he says Sophie S is not going to win every immunity.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work with her, so why aren't we trying to get out MC instead? And Sophie and MC are both taken aback by Rizzo's, like, I guess aggression's not the right, but, like, his aggressive gameplay, because Sophie's like, Rizzo was going to be leaving, and now he's, like, the one that's, like, driving the vote, and that's just, like, crazy to me. But he is. Like, he comes in and he takes charge, and is like, here's what we're doing. Later on, MC and Sophie S are talking about what to do, and MC's like, honestly, I'm getting weird energy from you right now.
She straight up called her out.
And Sophie S says, from me? And MC's like, yeah. And
she goes, same, yeah, I'm getting weird energy. And she's like, no, I'm getting weird energy from you.
And Sophie S goes, oh, from me? And then doesn't say anything. And MC's like,
are you writing my name down?
I feel like you're writing my name down tonight. And Sophie doesn't say anything both times. So it's like, oh, so now it's like out in the open. Like, okay, these two women have to go to work against each other now.
Yeah. And Sophie was like, I do feel like it's me or you. Like, it's me or you tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. We get to tribal, and there's some like talking here and there, and then Sophie S just comes out and says like, it's me or MC tonight. Like that's who it is.
Yeah, Duke's up. It's us.
So let's not beat around the bush. And then that prompts MC to start a live tribal.
Well, before she does that, MC pitches. And she was like...
They both do their pitches. So Jeff is like, MC, give us your pitch.
And this is what she says. She's like, you should keep me because all of Sophie S's people are back on the other tribe. It's like, you know, she's just going to stay safe and then go back to her other people. And she's a threat. And she's a threat. Like, she wins. She's going to win a lot. We don't know when she'll lose again. Like, this is a great chance.
This was the first episode that she lost her challenge.
She's vulnerable. Yeah. So it's like, this is our time. Then Sophie's like, okay, well, if I can make my pitch, it's easy to write my name down. Like, I'm such an easy throw out.
I'm a threat.
I'm a target.
And you'll never struggle to get people to vote for me.
Yeah, everyone's going to be like, yeah, sure, let's write down Sophie because she is a target. And she basically said, I want to work with you guys, the 4 being the former Uli of Rizzo, Savannah, Sage, and Jawan. She's like, I want to work with you guys, so keep me. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to go back to my people over there. I want to be with you.
Yep.
Jeff's like, okay. But MC's like, I'm not done yet.
So MC starts at Live Tribal. She pulls Jawan aside and is like, she's like, here's what I'm going to pitch to you. Yeah. We didn't really get what it was. So she talks to Jawan. Then she talks to Rizzo. Jawan talks to Savannah and Sage. And Jeff's like, Sophie, how does it feel? Like, no one's talking to you. She's like, it doesn't feel great. I feel like I'm the kid at school. And then as she's talking,
waiting for my mom to,
Jawan comes over to start talking about it. And then she's like, and now my mom's here.
Gotta go.
So
Bye.
now they're talking. So live tribal happens. There's some whispering. And so we get to the vote. So to recap everything, originally it was going to be Rizzo. And Rizzo thought it was going to be Sophie S. Sophie S says, I'm going to put a vote on Jawan. MC tells Jawan. Jawan tells Sage. Sage tells Sophie S. Sophie S does damage control with Jawan. Savannah comes. Savannah and Rizzo go to work to make sure that it's Sophie S. Sophie S and MC talk, and MC's like, I feel like you're writing my name down tonight. So now it's just pandemonium. Meanwhile, Sage is still saying to Jawan, I think that it's better for us to get Rizzo out. Like, I don't know if we should let go of this Rizzo plan. When Rizzo's talking to Sage, Sage is like, I think for my game, it makes more sense to get rid of Sophie. For your game, it makes more sense to get rid of MC. So everybody's talking. We get to the vote. Savannah banks her vote. So she doesn't vote. She keeps the extra vote and gets it. They vote. Jeff asks, if anybody has an idol or an advantage, would you like to play it?
Everyone's staring at Rizzo.
Rizzo.
Like this.
With his balls of steel. The RIZGOD balls of steel. Does not play his idol.
He was like...
Again. And... to at least Alicia and I's shock, there was not a shot in the dark played either. I felt like one of those girls was going to do it. But
which
I just feel like if you know that it's you or MC, my rationale is like, okay, either everybody is voting for the other person and it doesn't matter that I played my shot in the dark, or everybody is voting for me and it doesn't matter that I'm losing my vote. I felt like I would have played it,
and it
because I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah,
I guess what I'm saying is,
if you know it's a coin toss,
I don't think what I'm saying is I don't think that losing my vote would have mattered, because either everybody's voting for me, so it doesn't matter if I lost my vote, or everybody's voting for the other person, so it doesn't matter that I lost my vote because they were going to go home anyway.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, and this tells me that, I mean, obviously we're left out of conversations as the viewers because we aren't. Like, we're not privileged to see just hours and hours of footage of every conversation leading up to Tribal. But I'm like, something tells me MC was really nervous. And she was like, I sense that this thing is flipping somewhere because she started the live Tribal.
Yeah.
And Sophie was kind of left out and she was still nervous. But I'm like, was there conversations had where it's like, okay, Sophie, like, you really are you're good. Let's just go with MC.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, votes are read. And... only 3 votes were needed to get out MC.
So MC is
MC's out.
MC's
voted out.
Second member of the jury.
Heartbroken. My crush of the season.
Bet she was wishing that she didn't throw that idol out last episode. And like I said, hindsight's 2020.
Hindsight's 2020. Whatever.
But it would have been really nice for her to have an idol this episode. It would have made things... it would have basically guaranteed that Sophie S was going to go home.
Guaranteed it.
Because if MC has an idol...
and she plays it.
Rizzo's going to play his. Sophie S goes home. And Savannah can't leave. So...
a couple things before we get into, like, the just... insane.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh... I don't know if anyone clocked that Savannah didn't even vote.
Yes, Alicia.
Because normally there's a time when, like, they count the votes in their head and they kind of look at each other. They're like, wait, was there only 3 needed?
We'll have to see if anybody catches that on the next episode. And I think Sage will,
because also when Savannah comes to the beach of the losing tribe and tells them, like, yeah, I just get to be immune and I get to come here. And they were like, and you get a vote? Like, you get to participate? And she was like, yeah. There's a confessional with Sage where she's like, there's no way that that's it.
Yeah.
That she just gets to be immune and then come and vote with us. So she knows.
Yeah.
I think she's going to clock it.
Yeah. Because there should have been, we should have needed 4 votes because no shots in the dark were played and a majority of 6 would have been 4. But after 3 MC votes are read, she leaves. So if the players are savvy, they're going to know something hokey happened and it probably happened with Savannah.
Okay, so MC goes home. About this result.
Let's get into this. So the very first thing that I want to say is two, I don't want to say all-time bad because that's hyperbole, but two really bad moves were made this episode. The first one is Sophie S telling people that she was going to put a vote on Jawan. I don't necessarily think this is inherently a bad move all the time, but with this group of people, it seems like if she was going to do that, she should have pulled a Devin Pinto on Survivor season 35 and not told people it was going to happen. At the final 5 of Survivor Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers, Ben, of course, plays an idol because production gave him every single idol. Then Chrissy and Ryan and
I can't remember who else.
It's Chrissy, Ryan, and Dr. Mike have all voted for Ben. Oh my
gosh, Dr. Mike, yeah.
But Ben is immune. So theoretically, whoever Ben voted for is going out. But Devin had that hindsight, or I guess the foresight is the better term, to throw a vote on Dr. Mike. So then they re-voted and sent Dr. Mike home because Chrissy and Ryan thought that Devin was the best chance to beat Ben in the final immunity challenge. So that's a niche reference, but that's my mind here. I'm like, I think there's a part of me that's like, if Sophie S wanted to throw a vote on Jawan, I don't know if she necessarily needed to tell anybody that she was going to do it. I think that she should have felt it out. And if she felt like that's what needed to happen, you just do it, because it's always better to do it and say sorry and ask for forgiveness. Like the saying is like, it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. So you should just do it. The other bad move.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is MC telling Jawan that Sophie is going to do this.
That was what I wrote
Sophie down. S tanked her game.
But was
only, well, up to that point, she tanked her game and was only saved because MC tanked her own game further. Because Jawan and Sage already had some like distrust happening with MC. Then MC doing that made Jawan and Sage get nervous enough that they went back to Rizzo and were like, we need to survive this. Like, let's get you out. Like, let's get one of them out.
This.
So two really bad moves. I think like MC, I honestly think that, and I don't say this to be like harsh or to be rude. Like, I don't necessarily think MC has anybody to blame except herself for what happened this episode. That was a really bad move.
Really bad move. Because I think it was more stupid for MC than it was Sophie S.
Yeah.
And obviously it's like, well, duh, because MC got voted out. So it was more of a dumb move for her. And Sophie was able to come out on top somehow, which tells me that MC's damage control and social game is not good.
Yeah.
And because ideally, if someone comes to me and is like, hey, they're going to throw you out as the hanky vote, I would be grateful for that. And I'd be like, oh, thank you. But instead, this just further like heightens and turns up the volume on the alarm bells of like, MC, we can't really like trust her.
Well, and I was going to say, it's how she did it, because MC wanted to have her cake and eat it too. She wanted to build this trust with Jawan, but she still wanted Rizzo to leave. And it's like, if you're going to tell Jawan that Sophie S is throwing his name out, then you better be prepared to tell Jawan, let's get her out.
Yeah.
But you can't do both, because that destroyed MC's trust with Sophie S.
And with Sage and Jawan.
And kind of with Sage and Jawan, because she's like, hey, well, like, we're still gonna do this. Like, I'm telling you this is happening, but I'm not trying to like stop you from potentially going home. I still kind of want Rizzo to leave. So it's like, girl.
I think the biggest fumble was for MC, and it's just like, what did she envision happening? Because in my head too, I'm like, all right, if it's not me, my name's not even being mentioned, does it really matter between like Jawan and Rizzo that much that you stick your neck out that far?
Yeah.
No, it really doesn't matter.
Keep your lips closed.
Because you're not even working that tightly with Sophie S. Anyway.
Either you get Rizzo out, or you still, either way, you get rid of the idol. Either he plays the idol and it's flushed, or you get him out, and then you either lose Jawan or Rizzo, who are two people that you're not necessarily working super close with. She got like maybe greedy is not the right word, but I think like MC she couldn't commit.
Just crashed out. Yeah.
She should have picked what she wanted to happen.
Mm-hmm. She needed some Sophie B energy to just keep it to yourself. Yeah. Keep it to yourself.
That killer instinct was not there.
No, it was not there.
Yeah.
This also, I think, is a stupid move for Joanne and Sage. I just wrote down dumb for Joanne and Sage because the two people that they just burned, which are Rizzo and Savannah, who are not going to trust them moving forward. They need to know that. And the only reason they want to work with you two is because they know they need you in this vote. Like, why are you spoon feeding them Sophie S now as an ally moving forward? Why?
Yeah. They really set them up.
This much sense.
Yeah. So I think Sage and Joanne, like,
it was really not good.
I think I can like understand maybe where they were at, not saying it was a good move. I think they probably were just like Sage and Joanne are probably like, well, we have to make sure that it's not one of us. Mm-hmm. And I think the way that they did that was like Savannah and Rizzo were like the guarantee of like, well, if we work with them, we are not going home. But I think that something I wrote down is like, I feel like there's a scenario where
write down something. Keep going.
This could have been a 2-2-2 situation.
Yes.
If they really wanted to get like Rizzo out and stop it from being Joanne too. So, Sage and like Savannah and Rizzo are voting together. Mm-hmm. They're going to vote together no matter what. So they're going to vote for, they wanted MC to go. So they're voting for MC. Then you go to MC and say, I think Savannah and Rizzo want to vote for you. Mm-hmm. If we want to get rid of Rizzo and keep you, then here's what we do. Sage and like myself are going to vote for Sophie S. Mm-hmm. You and Sophie S are going to vote for Rizzo.
Yeah.
And then Rizzo and Savannah are going to vote for MC. So then there's a 3-way tie between Rizzo, Sophie S, and MC. And if Rizzo doesn't play as idol, they vote out Rizzo. And if Rizzo does play as idol, then on the revote, they get rid of Sophie S.
Yeah, bye.
Like, if they really wanted to work together, I think they could have split the votes in a way where they either get Rizzo out or flush as idol and get Sophie S out, because Sage said MC's better for my game. Mm-hmm. So they could have made it work, but it just seemed like there was too much pandemonium and nobody trusts each other because of the dumb moves that both Sophie S and MC made. So like, I'm not saying it was a good idea for Sage and Joanne to do this, but at a certain point, if it's getting so sloppy and you want to make sure that Joanne doesn't go home because of like hinky votes, the easiest way to do that is they just work with Savannah and Rizzo.
I think it's just they need to stick together, because here's what I think. I think that's a very good possibility. In my head, there's no world where Savannah actually votes, because...
And they didn't know that.
No, but when I like saw that was her advantage, and they didn't know that. They didn't know that, right? But it's just like, Sage knew, right? She knew something was up, and it's just like, I don't know. Is she really going to vote? We don't know. But neither of their names were ever on the table, Joanne and Sage. And it's like, we can make them think that we're working with them, which apparently is way easier to do than we think. Mm-hmm. Because Joanne had one conversation with Rizzo, and Rizzo was like, yeah, I'm down. This sounds great. So it's like, okay, Savannah, no vote. For Sage and Joanne, it's like, okay, Rizzo's going to vote for MC because he wants to keep Sophie S. And MC and Sophie are going to vote for each other. So there's 2 votes MC, 1 Sophie. If we just stick together, you and me, we can both vote Rizzo. And then it's just an MC-Rizzo tie. Because there's Rizzo's vote for MC, Sophie's vote for MC, our 2 votes for Rizzo. And then we can just go to a tie vote.
Who does Rizzo vote for?
MC. Because he wants to keep Sophie.
Oh.
So Rizzo votes for MC.
Oh, so MC, Sage, and Joanne vote for Rizzo.
Well, and MC votes for Sophie still, probably. Or they can have her vote for Rizzo.
Okay.
But even in this world where Sophie and MC just vote for each other, and Rizzo votes for MC, then there's 2 votes MC, 2 Rizzo, being Joanne and Sage, sticking together on who they actually want to vote out, and then just 1 Sophie vote from MC, no vote from Savannah. Then it's just the tie vote, and they can all vote Rizzo, like they wanted to do in the first place, and then just like chalk it up to a mess. So for me, it's like, you two just betrayed, you two being Juwan and Sage, it's like, you just betrayed Savannah and Rizzo greatly.
Yeah.
They're never going to forget that.
Yeah.
You're going to let Rizzo keep his idol.
Yeah. I wrote down.
That is asinine to me.
Letting Rizzo get away with that 2 episodes in a row is
crazy.
Diabolical.
Crazy.
Like, crazy. If you let somebody do that 1 episode, you better be ready to pull that trigger the 2nd episode.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that 2 episodes in a row, he should have, like, gone home with an idol in his pocket and didn't. Especially this one when, like, the writing was on the wall. Like, the call was coming from inside the house. And he stayed is crazy because now you're at the final 9. He still has it.
Yeah.
They don't know.
And he didn't even get a vote.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have... Like, you need to at least scare him and give him 1 vote.
They don't know that Savannah has an extra vote. Sophie B is somebody that they could probably still pull in. And now Sophie S too, because Sophie S is going to go back and be like, I heard that all you bitches thought I was going to go home and nobody wants to work with me.
Yeah.
And
wild.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's where I'm like, if I'm Sage, at least, like, come on, Sage, where it's like, the deed has been done.
Yeah.
It's already been exposed that you are not with Savannah and Rizzo, because not only did you just, like, not vote with them, you explicitly, clearly lied to them and convinced them that you were with them, and then voted against them. It wasn't just like, oh, haha, that was a miscommunication. No, you lied to us.
Yeah.
So it's like, in my head, the bridge is already burned. I need to at least, like, scare Rizzo or send a vote his way at least.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, Juwan and Sage, why did you do that?
It's crazy that, like, this move only benefited Savannah and Rizzo. Like,
yes.
I think even the people that weren't at Tribal, like, this move hurt their game too.
Yes.
Because MC was working with
all of them.
Yeah, was working with Steven, was probably working with Christina, like, had, you know, like, it's crazy.
She had made a connection with Sophie B.
Yeah.
They had, like, a good little moment.
Like, have we ever, I know the answer is yes, but I'm like, this has got to be up there in terms of, like, the craziest, like, shifts in a dynamic at, like, back to back, where like last week ended and it's like, man, Rizzo and Savannah are screwed. And now it's like, oh my God, like, they got through this, got out somebody that was not going to work with them.
No.
Got out a bigger threat than Sophie S, because it seems like she's lacking a lot of, like, social tact and awareness. They got an extra vote, still have an idol. Now there's only 9 people left.
And they didn't even catch any votes.
Yeah,
so they're
like, crazy.
Straight up chilling.
It's insane. Which I think is a good transition. Speaking of a double crowning, I think that this week, Queen of the Week is a double crowning.
Yeah.
I think we have to give it equally to both Rizzo and Savannah, because, yes, Rizzo steered the vote, got what he wanted, didn't play his idol, but that wouldn't have happened without Savannah winning the challenge to put everything into motion. And Savannah, like, was guaranteed to go home. She was going home this episode.
She was going
They
home.
were going to split the votes between Savannah and Rizzo. Rizzo would have played his idol, and Savannah would have gone. So I feel like I have to give Queen of the Week to both of them, because Queen of the Week, right, it's arbitrary, like, in terms of, like, what the requirements are to be. But we've always said, like, who improved their position in the game the most? Whose gameplay was the best? Who was the fiercest? And I'm like, double crowning, girl.
Yeah.
It's a double crowning this week.
If I had to pick one of them, I would pick Rizzo.
I would too.
I would pick Rizzo.
I would too.
Because...
Damn, does that mean it's not a double crowning then if we both say it's Rizzo?
I don't know.
I mean, just feel like since we brought it up earlier in the episode about us having a double crowning, I'm like, how poetic for us to bring it back. So I agree.
We can let it be a double crowning.
It's a double crowning, but I agree that Rizzo is like the ultra queen.
Because I also think Juwan and Sage do not like Savannah.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Sage specifically is like, she's a mean girl and I want her out.
Oh, and in the very beginning of this episode, Jawan is like, I'm scared of Savannah.
Savannah the Savage.
Like, I don't want her coming for me at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like her. MC does not like Savannah. They had their little idol run-in, super awkward situation last episode. So there's no way that Savannah could actually, like, implement this move.
Yeah.
And Rizzo has all of the social power that way and the relationships where he can, like, have the conversations, have the strategizing, like, chitty chats that actually move the needle, and Savannah can't.
Yeah.
So I think Savannah showing up just brought, like, the threat level and the scare and the nerves and, like, the paranoia up a notch.
Yeah.
And she gets to walk away with an extra vote, which is, like, amazing. But Rizzo saving his butt.
Yeah.
And not having to play his idol is crazy.
The fact that he was the one steering the vote. When he was, like, a lone wolf on this tribe, essentially, and everybody was plotting to get him out, and he steered the vote. Like, he put it on the person that he wanted to go out. Like, somehow convinced Jawan and Sage to, like, fold.
I think...
And keep the person that was worse for their game.
What I think it is that Jawan is scared. I think he's genuinely scared of Rizzo and Savannah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, shiz, now I have to work with them at this vote.
But God, why do you... No,
but you
like,
don't.
That's
you
the reason.
Literally
like,
don't.
You put your votes on Rizzo.
Yeah.
You pull them together and be like, it's been messy today. We cannot let them both survive again.
And even before Savannah shows up, everything was already blown up.
Yeah.
Like, before Savannah even touches the beach, it was a coin toss between Sophie and MC.
Yeah.
So it's like, he didn't even need her to show up to be safe. Because he was already safe, apparently, just to their own, like, demise. So if anything, we can double crown 2 peasants of the week, being Sophie S and MC.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It was a great episode. Like we talked about.
I loved it.
In spite of this being a twist we're not always super hot on, I think it was
spicy.
I think it was kind of fierce.
It kind of paid off this episode.
I think that it's... I can say this very confidently, that I think this is by far the best split tribal council that we've ever gotten.
Yeah,
like,
I would agree.
Because I can't even, like, remember... The only other one that sticks out in my mind is one where I'm like, oh, I remember that, is the one on 42 where Marianne and Drea both play their idols. Because they're like, there's 2 black people on the jury, and we don't want to continue that.
Wait, I thought it was just one. Was it just Roxroy? Or?
It was Roxroy, and then the group that went before them just voted out Chanel. Oh, and so they were like, God, there's 2 people. And I know that at the time that was, like, controversial, but we have to remember, like, this was filmed.
It made a lot of sense.
This was filmed in early 2021, so we had just been through the explosion of the Black Lives Matter movement. It was very much on people's minds, and that's why Marianne and Andrea did it.
Which it was iconic.
Oh, it was.
Honestly.
That's
crazy.
That's the only other split tribal that, like, really sticks out in my mind as one where I was like, damn, that was crazy. So I'm like, I think this is the best one we've ever had. Like, amazing TV, sloppy gameplay, but, like, this season is getting really interesting, and like, it really is getting more fluid too, because I think that we're gonna go and put that group of 9 back together, and I really do think that, like, the Hina Uli lines are getting more and more diluted, because Sophie S is gonna come back and be like, well,
I'm Uli strong,
like,
bye.
Yeah, like, I don't know where she's gonna go.
My thing is, what are Jawan and Sage gonna do? Are they gonna go back and be like,
well, they're gonna link back up with Steven, bottoms up. Yeah, they are. They are.
He was fine, I guess, with Sophie S going home. But I'm just like, how are they going to explain?
But MC was, like, his number 1.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So.
How are they going to even explain?
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
that Rizzo didn't catch a vote.
There's, like, Steven, Christina, Alex seem to be, like, some kind of a loose trio based on the idol hunt. Then you've got bottoms up, which is Steven, Sage, and Jawan. Then you've got Rizzo and Savannah. Sophie B and Alex are kind of a duo. Sophie B linked up with Sage too, but Sophie B also has links there.
Our queen,
Sophie S is just smart. Like, so it's really exciting to see what's going to happen.
It's super exciting, and you know what? I like this season.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it.
I do too. Like, I like it too. We'll see where it goes.
But so people don't sleep on this season. Yeah. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
One other thing we need to discuss. I personally think Nate looked better clean shaven.
Okay.
Our king of Ponderosa.
I disagree.
Okay. Maybe I need a side by side.
I disagree just because I think that he looked a little...
Too young?
Not too young. I
just
think
baby?
that, like... I just feel like the beard gave him some, like, personality.
Oh.
Like, maybe that's just me. I like facial hair on a man.
Yeah.
Like, there's men that look really good clean shaven. There's men that look really good with beards. There's men that look good with both. Mm-hmm. I feel like I tend to just be like, if you can grow facial hair...
Do it.
Yeah, because I feel like it's always going to frame... I just feel like it frames your face better.
I don't know.
That's just me, though.
I get that. I trend on, like, the clean shaven. I just love the clean look. But I do agree that it does frame the face better. But they can't actually do any, like, trimming or maintaining on the island. Yeah. Like, Shaheen's beard was out of control.
Oh, Shaheen, if you were listening, please DM me. I love you so much. You are so beautiful. I was devastated when they got you out.
Yeah.
Love you. Your beard is #1 in Survivor history for sure.
It really is.
It's fierce.
It was the most dense, thick, just jet
luscious,
black beard.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was great. It was really something.
He was so handsome.
It was something.
He is so handsome. I think that's about all we have to chat about this week. I think this is our longest episode by far.
I know. I don't even know how long
that's
we're talking. I'll look at it in a minute.
It's all going to be worth it to our listeners. To all of you that listen, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Queens of Ponderosa podcast. Alicia, the Queens have spoken.
I thought you were going to forget.
No, I'm going to remember.
The Queens have spoken.
The Queens have spoken. Leave us a comment. Let us know how you're feeling about the season and what your thoughts are at this point. To all the 49 players that don't follow us, get on the train. Jake is ahead of all of you. He's ahead of the curve. And when this
just became our favorite.
When this podcast blows up and we're at the iHeart Culture Awards next year, the Las Culturistas Awards, you better be ready.
Yeah, you need to be able to say, like, we were within their first 100 follows.
Yeah.
Come on.
But yeah, tune in next week for another episode where we recap episode 9 of Survivor 49. Until then,
Thank
be
you
safe,
so much.
and we will see you then.
Yep. Bye.